Hello, my sunny bays. Welcome back. I'm so glad you could make it. Welcome to another episode of Refining Thirties. This is going to be in a vlog format, so it's going to be a fun time. Today is a beautiful Sunday, and you're going to be spending the entire day with me. We're going to be doing a lot of great fun activities. I'm going to go head to Barnes& Noble first because I need to pick up a gift that I have in mind for Jenna because it's her birthday next week. I'm actually taking her out to brunch today to celebrate her birthday, and I just haven't had the chance to actually pick up the gift until now. On top of all of that, I will be sharing with you in this video some of the things that I realized when I almost thought that I was going to lose my job. Thankfully, everything is okay now. I am good to go, no need to worry, but oh my gosh, the past couple weeks have been one of the most stressful weeks of my life. I definitely know that there are way more stressful things in life. I recognize that, but this is just something that happened in my life, which was very triggering, and I wanted to share a bit of insight on that. This experience has really helped me understand myself a little bit better and see the amount of growth that I've made over the past couple of years. The way that I handled this situation in my 30s is so different than how I would have approached it in my 20s, like even mid 20s, I feel like I would have definitely not been okay. If you're new to my Refining 30s series, this is where I share with you everything that I'm learning in my life in my 30s. 30s is such a special decade because you are learning to refine everything from relationships to self-improvement and career growth, everything in between. I feel like in your 30s, there's something different about it. That's why I created this series so that we can grow and refine our 30s together. Before we get into that, I am going to be sharing little bits and pieces of my life today because we are going to be hanging out together. First, let's go to Barnes& Noble because I do need to desperately pick up this gift before I meet up with Jenna for brunch today. We're going to this restaurant called Carbonara. It's an Italian restaurant and she's been wanting to go there, so I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to use this outing to celebrate her birthday. Let me show you my quick outfit since we do that here on my channel. So this is a super simple outfit, but I feel like the star of the show is this bodysuit. I don't recall the brand's name. It's like Fleur de Mal or something like that. I never know how to say that brand, but I'll go ahead and link everything that I can in the description so that you can have it for reference. I love this bodysuit because it looks plain, but it does have this corset detail around the bodice. For my pants, I have my beloved Aritzia pants. I think these are the Farrah wide leg jeans, and then I did have to get them hemmed because I am way too short. It fits me perfectly now. This is the bag that I've been loving lately because this is what I bought from Hawaii. I will be filming a Hawaii haul soon. I have a couple of other things that I bought from that trip that I really want to show you guys. I just haven't had the opportunity to film it, but I promise it is coming soon. But this is one of the things that I purchased, and isn't she the most stunning little purse? I love it. It's a top handle, but it does also come with a crossbody strap. Let me show you what that looks like on. I also just love the color of this purse. The perfect yellowy beige, if that makes any sense. It goes with so many different outfits. I'm definitely gonna try to wear a heeled shoe of some sort because I think that'll go best with this outfit. My hair is as poofy as ever. I definitely need to heat style it. I think I'm gonna do that once I get back, but let's go to the bookstore so we can grab the gift. Okay guys, we're back at home and I am officially running late, so we gotta make this real snappy. Okay, so I actually ended up buying a lot more from Barnes& Noble than I intended. I ended up signing up for their membership, like the highest tier one, that's like $40 a year because it just made sense since I was going to get 10% off of everything today and get this free tote bag. So I am so excited for these books, but also one of them I'm gonna give to Jenna. Actually, maybe that's the one that I'll show you right now before I leave, and then then I'll show you the rest of them when I get back home. But this is going to be the book that I am gifting her. I've never read it before, but because it's peak fall vibes, and I saw on her Instagram story recently that she wanted a new romance book to read. This was in the rom-com section of Barnes & Noble on those like center tables. And I saw that this got good reviews. I haven't read it, like I said, but it had this really cute fall themed cover and spine and what is this called? Like the artwork, sprayed edges. This is going to be so cute. It's called Falling Like Leaves by Misty Wilson. I hope it's a good book because I want her to enjoy it, but I got her a book that I haven't read before because that's less pressure if she hates it. It's not my fault, you know? I don't want to gift a book to someone and then I love the book and they hate it. That's like awful. So I would rather give them a book that I've been wanting to read and that has really good reviews. So I'm gonna gift this to her. Hopefully she enjoys it. I'm gonna go ahead and start heading out and then I'll see you at brunch.
We also have a spritz.
Ooh, I love a good spritz. I don't know what the Escalon is.
Tequila. Tequila or alcohol vodka. Ooh, but this looks good.
The muddled strawberries.
Yeah, right? Well, I think get this.
Oh, yeah, that sounds really good. Ooh. If I get a second drink, I'm getting that.
Okay. Hi, vlog. We're at Carbonara in Arlington.
Oh, God, this thing is so sticky.
Thank you.
I know. That was so intense. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Oh my God, that looks like exactly what you want.
Alrighty, my friends, I am back home. I've been back home for a couple hours now, but I just got situated. I feel like I have done so much today and I'm not even in the frame. Hold on one second. Like I said, I got back home. I had the best time with Jenna. Oh my God, it was so fun. We went to Carbonara and the food was bomb. I had a linguine with clams and they had like a spicy red sauce, like the tomato sauce. And oh my gosh, it was so good. Highly recommend. If you're in the Arlington, Virginia area, definitely go ahead and check them out. So anyway, I promised you guys a mini book haul because I went to Barnes & Noble to pick up Jenna's birthday gift and then I ended up purchasing a few other books. So I wanted to show you guys real quick what I got. This one should not be surprising to you at all if you know my reading taste. I have loved the Fearless trilogy. Is it a trilogy? But then there's a novella and then now there's another novella out. It's by Lauren Roberts and I have read all of the books in that series except for this one because this is the newest release and it is another novella, like I said, called Fearful. So I'm so excited. It's a teeny tiny book and it's a Barnes & Noble exclusive. So this is what the cover looks like. I was looking for this fall book that has been circulating around the internet for a while now and it is just like peak fall vibes. And I got this finally at Barnes & Noble because I asked the worker there and she was able to go to the back and find it for me because I was like so keen on getting it. And it is called If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. Just look how stunning this cover is. Oh my gosh. It says, get comfy with this cozy slow burn romance set in the autumnal glow of 1997 small town Vermont. And this went kind of viral because I think it's based off of the Gilmore Girls series and it even has very similar characters and the dog and the gazebo in the background and everything. So I'm very excited for this one. I really hope it lives up to the hype. Also, I was very surprised how thick she is. Look how thick. That, like, what? Oh my gosh, it's like 500 pages. Holy smokes. So we'll see how this goes. I will keep you guys updated in a future reading vlog. Last but not least, I had to pick up R.F. Kuang's new release. It is Catabasis. I hope I'm saying that right. I think that's how she said it in one of the interviews that I saw on Instagram. I wasn't actually intending to buy this as a physical copy because I typically like to read books on my Kindle, especially because when it comes to more sophisticated, complex books with flavorful, colorful language and vocabulary, I like the Kindle because I can look up the definitions very quickly. I'm the first person to tell you that my vocab is not the best. So I held off on buying this because I wanted to read it on Kindle for convenience sakes, but then I saw this cover and I just couldn't resist. It has sprayed edges. Oh my gosh, you guys have to see this. It is stunning, gorgeous, everything. I am so intrigued by this book. I think I'm gonna have to read this during the fall or winter this year because I cannot wait. It is set in hell. I don't know too much about it, but these are like two students from this high Ivy League school that are trying to get a recommendation letter from their professor, but their professor dies, I think. So they're trying to follow him into the underworld to get the letter from him from hell. That is the end of the haul, but it's around 7:20 p.m. I think Charlie and I are going to continue watching the Monsters series on Netflix. They released a new season on Ed Gein. If you guys don't know this already, I am really into horror movies and like thrillers, crime, suspense, psychological thrillers, all of that stuff. I love anything creepy. So I am really enjoying the Monsters series on Netflix. I have a glass of champagne for no reason. We're just celebrating that it's still the weekend, I guess. It's Sunday. I really don't want to go to work tomorrow. I'm just not ready for it. Anyway, we're gonna decompress, watch the show, and then maybe later tonight I will cozy up with a book. That's kind of the plan for the evening. I swear Romper thinks this is his bed. Bro, I spent way too much money on this chair for you not to share. Okay. All right. I disturb his peace. I know. I'm so sorry. You can stay. You just need to share. Good morning. It is Monday. I was going to try to wrap up the video yesterday, but when I got home, I kid you not, I was so tired. I could not conjure up the energy to have our talk that I wanted to do for this video. Therefore, it is extending into today, which is totally fine. We're gonna roll with the punches. As I mentioned earlier, this Refining 30s episode is going to be me sharing all of my thought process, exposing my mindset when I was going through the experience of almost losing my job or thinking that I was going to lose my job, and how my perception of financial freedom and value of money have changed. It's just funny because when I think back to my younger self, I just had such a different way of approaching things, but also how I processed things that were happening in my life. I'm not going to go into too much detail about how this happened or the ins and outs of my job, just for the sake of privacy and also for brevity of this video. It's going to be so long if I shared everything that's happened. Sorry guys, I moved to my desk because I was getting a little hot and I wanted access to my coffee. Look at this little mug. I love this so much. It's from Anthropology. I have been using this mug nonstop. Getting back on topic, I do want to share that I thought I was going to potentially lose my job, not because of anything that was within my control, but just because of how the job market is right now and how the climate is. Because I'm part of a firm, it just depends project to project. Unfortunately, because of the instability of everything that's going on right now, I thought I was in a place where I could potentially be laid off. That said, everything worked itself out for the best, so I am just really grateful that things resolved the way that they did. So I'm fine, everything is good now. Getting to the main point, I realized how deep rooted my upbringing and childhood traumas are that shape how I look at things and how I react to these types of circumstances. So, for example, I started majorly panicking and having a mental spiral for like the past month. No matter how hard I've built my trust in myself and my confidence in being able to take care of myself financially and just in all aspects in life, I still felt the immense amount of stress of knowing that I might not have a job and that I won't be able to provide for myself. It's just something that have been been deeply ingrained in me that I've never wanted to depend on other people to provide for me. And I've gotten a lot better at it because obviously I'm married to an amazing husband. Charlie's my husband, if you're new here. And we support each other in every way possible. And I trust him. It's not that I don't trust him or anything like that. It's honestly because ever since I was younger, I made a promise to myself that I will always make my own money. I grew up in a very turbulent childhood when it comes to finances. Ever since I was young, I just craved that stability that my family was not able to provide for me and my sister. I have an older sister, by the way. I feel like no one knows that on my channel because she actually lives in Korea. She doesn't live here. I haven't lived near her since I was 17, so it's been a long time. That's the only reason why I don't really talk about her. But anyway, I just always felt that it was a duty and responsibility of mine to really financially take care of myself and be able to rely on myself for everything that I needed in life. I took a lot of ownership in that, and I still do, which is the reason why I have a full-time job. I also have a makeup business, and I also do YouTube on the side. I like to diversify my income as much as possible, and I also love doing this as a passion project. You guys already know that. I like to keep myself busy, as you can tell. That's one of the things that I realized, that I still have some work to do on myself in terms of feeling that security within my own ability. Instead of letting all of these external factors that I have no control over dictate how I view myself as a person, as a professional, or just in general, I need to do more reframing of my mind. I'm just really sick of me thinking this way about myself whenever I get into these types of situations, that I'm not enough, or I don't bring value if I don't make money, I'm incompetent, all of those negative thoughts. I need to work a little harder to block those out and give myself grace because I deserve it. I deserve to be gentle on myself, and I feel like I haven't been gentle on myself in a very long time. It's not natural for me to be like that to myself. So I want to work on that. On a more positive note, I realized that my perception of the value of money has changed. When I first heard the news and it really sunk in that I wouldn't be able to be as more free with my spending and have to rebudget our lifestyle, you know what I was the most upset about? It wasn't that I wasn't gonna be able to buy myself new clothes, bags, and all these like items and materialistic goods that I used to be able to buy for myself. It wasn't even that I was upset about. I was sad that I wasn't gonna be able to make as many memories with my friends and family, be able to splurge on spontaneous events and gatherings, be able to take my friend out to a birthday dinner or grab a coffee for someone. Like, those are the things that I was really genuinely sad about, because that's just how I like to show my love for people. That's definitely one of my love languages. It's gift giving. I was going to be very unhappy with that fact that I'm not going to be able to do those things as freely anymore. It also made me think it would be harder to make fun memories with people. Like, for example, whenever I go out with friends, like, we always spend money. You know what I'm saying? It's so hard to leave your house without spending money. It's almost impossible in this economy. Granted, there are things that you can absolutely do for free. I absolutely understand that you can do things at a very low cost, but it's just, I'm gonna have to learn how to say no to a lot of activities that require buying things or spending a lot of money, like going out for drinks. That's just $100 for like two people to get two drinks in DC. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. That thought was honestly the most prevailing thing out of this whole situation, was that I didn't want to miss out on making memories with people and being able to treat my loved ones, which says a lot about me now as a person versus who I was back then in my early 20s, because I wouldn't have thought that way as much. I think in my 20s, I definitely thought financial freedom meant that I was able to like just purchase things for myself without being too careful about it. But now it's so different how I view the value of money. I think money and financial freedom provides you so much more than that. I think it shows a lot of growth on my end, knowing that I see money as a resource that will help me create all of these lovely, wonderful, magical memories with my loved ones, and that's what matters. Instead of excessively spending money on things that you don't need, things that you'll never use. Don't get me wrong though, I will always love shopping. It's something that brings me joy. I'm not perfect, but I will always live within my means and be careful about my expenses. I've always been very smart with money and cautious because of my childhood and just craving that financial stability. I am really proud of myself for coming this far because it was really nice to know that my head's kind of in the right space when it comes to what I value in life, which is interactions and making memories with my loved ones. That was basically my reflection in this situation that was very stressful and anxiety inducing, but we got through it and we're okay. I'm sharing this story because obviously my refining 30s is a journey for all of us who's going through very similar life events, and I just want to be more vulnerable with you guys in my growth, my personal development, and improving, and always continuously trying to be better 1% always, you know? Hopefully this gave you, I don't know, some insight to how you view money. If you're going through something similar in terms of your job situation, I am so sorry. It is just the worst. It really is, but you'll get through it. I feel like every day that I was going through it, I had to tell myself that everything will work out for the best. You really have to believe that because I think manifestation is part of it for sure. Your mindset can drive a lot of things in this world, I feel like. I'm sending you all the love and all the best vibes if you are going through the same thing because it feels like a personal hell for sure. I love you so much and thank you so much for listening to my long spiel. If you can't resonate to this message, hopefully you still enjoyed the video regardless and all the little fun B-roll clips. Thank you so much for spending time with me. You have no idea how much it means to me. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know how much I've been wanting to grow my community here on YouTube and just have a more personal relationship with you guys. Ironically, I think the next video is going to be a haul video from my Hawaii trip. You know, balance. Balance is key, okay? Timing wise, literally uploading this video and then a haul next, it's just not the best, but I do need to upload it because I promised some of you guys that I will be doing a haul of everything that I bought from Hawaii. Yeah, anyway, balance, okay? Keep your eyes peeled for that, but until then, have the best couple of days until I see you next. Please like if you haven't already, subscribe if you want more cozy content on soft productivity and balanced living, and I'll talk to you in the comments. Bye.